I still hear the drum beats at night, even though the drum is gone. The sound never leaves my head. It wasn't like an ordinary drum beat you hear at weddings or during celebrations. It was deep, heavy, and sharp at the same time. It shook your chest and made the air feel different. It all started on a hot afternoon during break. We were behind the school, near the old mango tree where kids usually played or rested. Some boys were daring each other to climb the tree. Others were playing ball. Tunde, the shyest boy in our class, just stood there watching. He never joined in games. He was quiet, small, and people laughed at him a lot. One of the louder boys mocked him, saying, "Tunde, you are always useless. Dig for treasure at least." Everybody laughed. I thought Tunde would walk away, like he always did. But that day, he didn't. He bent down and started scratching the ground with his hands. At first we thought it was a joke, but he kept digging until he pulled out something dark. It was a drum. A small, old drum. The leather was dry but not broken. The wood was dark and smooth even though it looked ancient. Everyone crowded around him. Some boys shouted that it was a witch's drum. Others said it must be for sacrifices. A few just laughed. Tunde didn't say anything. He dusted it off and carried it back into class when the bell rang. That was when the strange part started. The teacher saw him and asked, "What are you carrying?" Tunde said quietly, "I found this behind the mango tree." The drum stayed silent. Another boy raised his hand and lied, "That's my drum. I lost it last week." The moment he said that, the drum gave one deep beat. Boom. We all jumped. The teacher even dropped his chalk. The boy who lied froze. His face turned red. He whispered, "Okay, it's not mine." That's when we realized something strange was happening. At first, it felt fun. Kids began testing it during break. They would say little confessions, and if it was true, the drum would beat. "I stole fish from the pot yesterday." Boom. "I hid my brother's shoes." Boom. "I didn't do my homework." Boom. When people lied, the drum stayed silent, which made the lie even more obvious. Everyone laughed and shouted. It became like a game. But after a while, it stopped being fun. The confessions became bigger. A girl admitted she had cheated in exams. The drum confirmed it. A prefect admitted he had stolen chalk from the staff room. Boom. Another boy said he saw our math teacher in the market drinking palm wine on a day he had told us he was sick. When the drum confirmed that, the whole class gasped. The teacher shouted at the boy, but the sound of the drum could not be denied. After that, the teachers started to hate the drum. They called meetings about it. They told Tunde to leave it at home. But Tunde said it followed him. He tried to bury it again behind the mango tree. The next day, it was sitting on top of the soil, clean, like it had never been covered. He tried to leave it at home, but it appeared in the classroom by itself. Everyone began to whisper that the drum had chosen him. Then people started to avoid him. No one wanted to sit near him, fearing their secrets might come out. He ate alone. He walked alone. Even when he tried to smile, children looked away. Some said he was cursed. Others said he was powerful. The teachers also changed. They stopped calling on him to answer questions. They looked uncomfortable when he entered the room. It was as if the drum was watching them too. Then came the day I will never forget. It was morning, and we were waiting outside for the next class. Suddenly we heard it. Boom. 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 The sound was coming from the staff room. It was beating by itself. Not slow, fast, heavy, angry. Teachers were shouting inside. We couldn't hear their words, but we could hear chairs falling and doors slamming. Some teachers came out, red-faced. One woman was crying. Another man left and never came back. That was the day the whole school changed. Parents came rushing to the school when their children told them about the drum. Some demanded to see it. When they tried speaking near it, it exposed their secrets too. One father shouted at his daughter for lying, but the drum gave one beat. Boom. The man's wife looked at him, and suddenly they started arguing in front of everyone. Children cried. Parents shouted. The headmaster begged Tunde to destroy the drum. But Tunde said, I tried. It will not go. The headmaster tried to take it by force. Tunde screamed, but when the headmaster touched the drum, it gave a long sound. Boom! The ground shook. Everyone stepped back. From then, nobody tried to touch it again. The school began to fall apart. Parents didn't want their children near the drum. Rumors spread that the village elders were meeting about it. Some said the drum was a spirit of truth that had been buried long ago. Others said it was punishment for our lies. Then, one morning, it disappeared. No one knows who took it. Some said the headmaster burned it in the forest. Others said it rolled back into the earth by itself. A few claimed they saw Tunde carrying it into the night, walking toward the hills. Tunde never returned to school after that. His seat stayed empty. People whispered about him for months. Some said he went mad. Others said he became a drummer for spirits. But me, I cannot forget. I can still hear it sometimes at night when the world is quiet. A single deep beat, slow and heavy. Like it is waiting. Boom.